day 47 then, my friends, and just 3 days away now from the big, massive 5-0, and I am very excited for us to get there, especially because, as I've kept saying throughout the week, we are going to be doing the very first Field Notes by Kai live stream on the weekend, and I cannot wait to hang out with you and compose with you guys live. Day 50, though, cannot exist without day 49, 48, 47, and, of course, without Steve. So this is day 47, and welcome to Field Notes by Kai. Now, day 47, of course, falls on a Wednesday. That's where we're at today. We've had to migrate to a new Field Notes book because I filled the other one full of tunes, which is, I mean, a fantastic reason to have to shift over. So day 47, Humpday Humalong. I don't even think Humalong can be a word, and I don't know whether you're even going to be able to hum along to whatever it is that I'm going to make today. I've vaguely got a set of 4 chords in my head, so we'll find a pad or an instrument that I feel like can maybe translate those chords into something mildly nice and coherent. Okay, so we're going to be making a simple 4-chord loop in this that is essentially not even really 4 different chords, but it's a really good way of phrasing different chords by changing bass notes and really messing with context and harmony, which is something that I like to do all the time. So I like to have shifting bass notes in my chords, and some of you have remarked that I use really nice chords, which is really humbling, and that's really lovely, and I basically want to talk to you a little bit and show you how that can have an effect. So we're going to start with a C major, but instead of playing it here, so we're going to start with a C major, which we're just going to play as a normal C major, C, E, and G. And then we are going to go to an F minor, but with the 6. So that would be the 5th of the F minor chord, so the C. But instead we're going to play an F minor 6. So our first 2 chords are C major, F minor 6. And then we're going to play a C major, but 3rd inversion, which means instead of playing a C, E, G, we're playing G at the bottom, and then C and E. And what I'm going to do is actually put in a bass note after this on a different track. That's an E in the bass. So what that means is we've got a C major, then this F minor 6, and because of this F in the bass, this ba takes us really close, and we drop it by a semitone to the E, which comes underneath this. So we have a really nice natural shifting, and even though we're going back to a C major in that 3rd chord, it's not going to sound like we're going back to the same chord, which is, I mean, it's really nice. So C major, F minor 6, and then we'll have this 3rd inversion C, but with an E in the bass, which we'll play separately on a bass track. This is our 4th chord. And in fact, I might even put in the majors. So this is now, if we take out the bass note, this is just an A flat major. But I'm putting an F in the bass, which actually returns this to an F minor. But the difference here is that instead of playing our D at the top, which we did before, we've got a D sharp, an E flat. So you could call this an A flat major with an F in the bass, or this is just, again, an F minor. But either way, what we're going to do is possibly stick an A flat in the bass here. So our bass notes at the moment will be C, F, E, A flat, which basically, even though we're essentially doing C, F minor, C, and then F minor again, but with that semitone adjustment at the top, it's going to sound different with the bass notes. So let me show you how. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to find a bass. let me show you how I could just play C, F, C, F. And it still works because they're effectively the same chord, but look how different the vibe is and how different this sounds with having not the root note of the chord in the bass. And of course, I could use completely different root notes and make this sound more out there. Even I can make it sound diatonic still, so that it sounds like it still fits in the same key, but this is still fairly conservative, but there's enough dynamism to change the context of the sound. So let's put this in. Okay. I don't mind that actually. I actually don't mind that at all. And then we're going to use, I know exactly what we're going to do here. We're going to use an arpeggio. Arpeggiator is so nice to use. I wonder if we actually find a different kit. Don't mind that at all. A nice lead to go over the top with. Okay, love this sound. That's a really nice sound. Okay, my friends, well, this is day 47 and this is Humpday Humalong. And that, my friends, was day 47 and Humpday Humalong. Thank you so much for joining me once again on this hump day, on this Wednesday. Just 2 more days to go. And then we get to day 50 and we're going to hit our live stream as ever. Thank you so much for your comments and listening and watching along. I can't wait for you to join me for day 48 tomorrow on Thursday. But until then, take care of yourselves.